and welcome to Oweleketv. I am Confidence Oko.
And I am Wisdom Onisi.
Thank you for joining us. And now the news headlines. FCT High Court sets date for hearing motion against INEC chairman over alleged court order disobedience. Nationwide indefinite strike looms over full subsidy removal and unmet demands. Over half of pending passport applications cleared as Interior Minister promises swift processing. And in sports, WBC champion Godday Apa calls for government and private sector support to elevate boxing in Nigeria.
Welcome back. Barely a week after leading a two-day nationwide warning strike, the organized labor has issued a stern threat to commence an indefinite strike if the federal government does not meet its demand within the next 7 days. This ultimatum follows the government's failure to provide relief measures to alleviate the hardship faced by Nigerians due to removal of fuel subsidies. The Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) has announced that if the government fails to respond to their demands by the end of the 21-day ultimatum, which expires in approximately 1 week, they will initiate a nationwide indefinite strike. This proposed strike, slated to start next week, would result in complete shutdown of commercial and economic activities across the country. Mr. Christopher Onyeka, the National Assistant General Secretary of the NSC, has criticized the government approach, citing instances where a bag of rice was distributed to a dozen citizens, while each member of the National Assembly reported received 100 million naira as palliatives. Despite the government's commitment to restructure the framework for engagement with organized labor regarding palliatives, the 8-week time frame set for the process to conclude expired in August without any significant progress. The subcommittees established for this purpose have not conveyed or fulfilled their mandate, leaving the labor unions increasingly frustrated.
The Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps in Rivers State has pledged to escalate its efforts to combat oil theft. This comes as the organization revealed that it has taken custody of 10 individuals involved in illegal oil bunkering and vandalism in the Cryo community near the Alakiri waterways in Okerika local government area of Rivers State. These suspects were handed over to the NsCDC by different units of the Nigerian Army. Out of the 10 suspects, 5 were apprehended by the 29th Battalion Nigerian Army in Port Harcourt, and they were found in possession of 44 metal pipes, 4 cylinders, and other related items. The Army subsequently transferred them to the NsCDC in Port Harcourt. The remaining 5 suspects were arrested for their alleged involvement in illegal bunkering by soldiers from the 6th Division of the Nigerian Army in Port Harcourt and were also handed over to the NsCDC for further investigation. The commandant of the NsCDC River State Command, Basil Igwebweze, disclosed these developments while presenting the suspect to the media at the command's headquarters in Port Harcourt. Additionally, Igwebweze reported that NsCDC personnel during their routine patrols seized 9 vehicles that had been abandoned by suspects attempting to evade capture along the Trans-Amadi axis of Port Harcourt. These vehicles were found to be transporting illegally refined diesel concealed in cellophane bags.
On Monday, the Niger State Emergency Management Agency reported that a tragic incident occurred in Niger State, resulting to the loss of 30 lives due to a boat accident caused by submerged tree stump in the Jabat Dam River. This unfortunate event unfolded on Sunday in the Moko local government area, where a boat carrying more than 100 individuals believed to be farmers capsized. Fortunately, 30 passengers were rescued, but 30 lost their lives. In response to this tragedy, the state government organized a mass burial for the victims on Monday. In a telephone interview on Tuesday, Hassan Ibrahim, the spokesperson for NSEMA, reviewed the cause of the boat accident and stated that the state government plans to provide assistance to the families who have lost their loved ones, either in form of cash or food items. Let's now go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Experience the acceleration of Oweleketv. Get the latest news from the glitz and glamour of the entertainment industry to the pulse-pounding realm of sports. We provide accurate and up-to-date information, exclusive interviews with top political analysts that will leave you craving more. Our team of professionals delivers captivating contents from Nigeria and beyond. Follow us on our social media handles at Oweleketv. Visit our website at www.oweleketv for a thrilling journey. Oweleketv, rising star at the fairground.
Welcome back from the break and moving on to all the news stories. The Federal Capital Territory High Court in Buhari has scheduled September 14th for the hearing of a motion against Mahmood Yakubu, the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). This motion aims to have Yakubu committed to prison for alleged disobedience of a court order. The presiding Judge Mohammed Madugu set the date after a committal charge was filed by Michael Ajara, the counsel representing the plaintiffs Utumba Ogiden and Mustafa Rabiu. In this case, Victor Oye and Mahmoud Yakubu are the first and second respondents. The background of the case involves events from May 31st, 2019, when Ogiden and Rabiu were elected as the National Vice Chairman of the Southwest Geopolitical Zone and National Welfare Officer, respectively, during a convention held in Owerri, the capital of Imo State. This convention was conducted under the leadership of Edozie Njoku, the National Chairman of the All Progressives Grand Alliance (APGA). The application alleges that Victor Oye and Mahmoud Yakubu violated a court interim injunction issued on the 10th of May. This injunction ordered all parties involved in the suit to maintain the status quo ante bellum until the determination of the substantive suit, which was scheduled for September 28th. Yakubu is accused of refusing to recognize Edozie Njoku as the legitimate national chairman of APGA. Furthermore, he is alleged to have published the names of governorship candidates for APGA in the November 11 off-cycle governorship elections in Imo, Kogi, and Bayelsa, which did not originate from Njoku. Additionally, INEC is accused of continuing to recognize Victor Oye as the national chairman of APGA, despite the court order to the contrary.
On Tuesday, Mr. Lucky Aiyedatiwa, the Deputy Governor of Ondo State, emphatically reaffirmed his unwavering loyalty to his superior and State Governor, Mr. Rotimi Akeredolu. Aiyedatiwa addressed recent reports circulating which falsely claimed disloyalty on his part towards the governor, alleging that these reports were baseless lies intent to sow discord between him and Governor Akeredolu. The Deputy Governor made this declaration in a statement titled "The Fabricated Lies Against the Deputy Governor of Ondo State. The Blackmailers Are at It Again," which was issued by the media aide, Mr. Kenneth Odusola Stevenson. However, in a separate statement issued in the same Tuesday by Mr. Richard Olatude, the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor Rotimi Akeredolu, it was announced that all media aides appointed by Governor Akeredolu and seconded to the Deputy Governor's office have been relieved of their duties with immediate effect. According to the statement, the operation of the Deputy Governor's office will henceforth be adequately covered by the Ministry of Information and Orientation. In his earlier statement, the Deputy Governor alleged that reports of disloyalty were spread by anonymous groups and individuals within the state for political purposes. The statement clarified that the Deputy Governor and the Governor maintained consistent communication in unofficial matters with no gap between them, even during the Governor's 3 months medical leave. Nevertheless, according to the statement from the Chief Press Secretary to Governor Akeredolu, the affected aides, including Kenneth Odusola, Press Secretary to the Governor, Okundiga Oladipo, Social Assistant to the Governor, New Media, and Abayomi Samson Adefula Olu, Special Assistant to the Governor, photography were reportedly involved in disloyal activities against the governor. A reliable source within the government house revealed that their dismissal was due to insubordination.
Moving on Tuesday, the Minister of Interior, Bunmi Tunji-Ojo, provided an update on the progress regarding the backlog of passports, stating that 55,000 out of the 200,000 pending passport applications have been successfully cleared. He further emphasized that more would be processed and cleared within the remaining 2-week deadline set for the immigration boss. Tunji-Ojo expressed optimism that once these backlogs are completely addressed, Nigerians should be able to obtain their passports within a mere 2-week time frame. This announcement came during a visit by the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Dr. Obeta Edu, to Tunji-Ojo's office in Abuja. Dr. Edu, in her remarks, made commitments to support widows of personnel from various security and civil service agencies, including the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Immigration Service, Nigerian Correctional Service, and Federal Fire Service, by granting them access to soft loans. Additionally, she pledged to empower inmates in correctional centers through skill acquisition programs.
And in sports, WBC Continental Federation Light Heavyweight Champion Gode Abba has called upon both government and the private sector in Nigeria to support and promote the sport of boxing. He believes that boxing has the potential to become the next global powerhouse of person, even football. Abba emphasized that despite the economic opportunities and substantial investment that boxing can generate, it has not received adequate promotion in Nigeria. Abba, who hails from Niger State, made this remark during an interview with Punch Sports Extra in Abuja on Saturday. His introduction to the public was made by boxing promoter and managing director of King of the Ring Limited, Jude Oweleketv. Oweleketv also revealed that Flowvest has generously offered to sponsor Abba's upcoming fight against a Ghanaian opponent with a substantial sum of 25 million naira. This kind of support from private sector demonstrates the potential for growth and success in Nigerian boxing.
And on what's happening in the foreign space, a massive Mediterranean storm in Libya resulted in numerous casualties, with thousands losing their lives and at least 10,000 individuals reported as missing. The floods caused extensive damage, including breached dams, destroyed buildings, and the devastation of approximately a quarter of the eastern coastal city of Derna on Tuesday. According to a senior medical professional in Derna who spoke to Reuters, the death toll exceeded 2,000, while local television reported estimates from eastern Libyan officials putting the figure above 5,000. And just before we go, we'll be joining Hadiza Galadima for Entertainment Tidbits.
Thank you, Confidence, and welcome to Entertainment Tidbits. The management of the late artist Ilerioluwa Aloba, who was popularly known as Mohbad, has issued an official announcement on Tuesday confirming the unfortunate passing of the talented singer. The artist passed away at the age of 27. In a statement released on both his Instagram and Twitter account, he stated, "With deep sorrow, we confirm the passing of Promise Oladimeji Aloba, aka Mohbad Imole, today, the 12th of September 2023. Mohbad remained a beacon of light until the very end. As we grieve the loss of the radiance he brought into our lives, the family expresses gratitude for your love and prayers. They kindly request that you continue to respect their privacy during this challenging period. May his soul rest in peace." And that's it on Entertainment Tidbits. Join me again tomorrow. I am Hadiza Galadima.
And that's all for the news on Oweleketv today. But before we go, here is a recap of the headlines. FCT High Court sets date for hearing motion against INEC chairman over alleged court order disobedience. Nationwide indefinite strike looms over full subsidy removal and unmet demands. Over half of pending passport applications cleared as Interior Minister promises swift processing. And in sports, WBC champion Gode Abba calls for government and private sector support to elevate boxing in Nigeria. Please do follow us on all our social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Oweleketv. You can also follow our website at oweleke.tv to get top stories as they drop. I am Confidence Oko.
And I am Wisdom Onyisi.
Thank you for watching.